The People That Time Forgot was directed by Kevin Connor and released in the US and the UK on August 27, 1977. Based on the novel by Edgar Rice Burroughs, this is a fantasy adventure that few remember but definitely deserves a look. The story focuses on Major Ben McBride, who travels on a British naval ship to the island of Cap Rona in search of his friend Bowen Taylor, who had gone missing several years before. He and a group of explorers discover a world where dinosaurs and cavemen coexist. As the growing ice threatens to maroon the ship, the group has a short window of time to find Taylor and escape the deadly island with their lives intact. Along the way, they encounter numerous threats, including dinosaurs, hostile natives, and a clan of warriors determined to kill them all. The film is a direct sequel to 1975's The Land That Time Forgot, which was also based on a book by Edgar Rice Burroughs and directed by Connor. It was produced by the British company Amicus Productions and distributed in the US by American International Pictures. A year earlier, Amicus had produced another film based on Burroughs' work, At the Earth's Core. Their plan was to follow that film with an adaptation of Burroughs' John Carter of Mars series. But when the rights proved to be too expensive, they opted to make this film instead. The film stars Patrick Wayne, most notable as the son of screen legend John Wayne. It also stars Sarah Douglas, who would go on to play Ursa in Superman the movie, as well as its sequel Superman 2. Other familiar faces include Dana Gillespie as the native Azure, and Doug McClure reprising his role as Taylor from the previous film, The Land That Time Forgot. This would end up being Amicus's final film. The company folded prior to its release, leaving American International Pictures to take sole credit for the production. I've spoken before about how I used to enjoy watching the Big Chuck and Little John show when I was a kid. They were hosts at a local TV station who would play monster movies on Friday nights and pepper in comedy skits during the commercial breaks. The People That Time Forgot is one of the movies they used to play on occasion. Lo and behold, I recently discovered a Roku channel that has archived episodes of the show, and I've been having an absolute blast going back and rediscovering some of these old classics. I was excited to see that this movie was on the list. I clearly remember watching it back then, and it was a lot of fun to revisit. Having not seen it in many years, I wasn't sure how well it would hold up. But all in all, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. The dinosaur effects are a little dated. You can tell that they were using rubber models that are pretty stiff and don't have very many points of articulation. Apparently the budget wasn't big enough for stop-and-go animated effects. But the pacing is solid. At a tight 90 minutes, the story flows, the action beats are on point, and the adventurous vibe is clearly present. As far as 70s fantasy adventure goes, this one is up there for me, and I'm glad I had a chance to revisit it. If you'd like to watch it for free, be sure to check out the Big Chuck and Little John Show Archives channel on your Roku. They have many classics there that I think you'll enjoy. Have you seen The People That Time Forgot? What are your thoughts on this campy classic? Do you have any fond memories of a late night monster show in your area? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks as always for watching, and until the next time, have a good one.